everyone, this is Billy. Welcome back to Billy Holman Creations. I hope you're doing well today, and I hope you enjoyed my last video with the 2 wall hanging butterflies. Well, I'm still on the butterfly kick, like I said, before summer's over. I don't want to admit summer's coming to an end soon, but we're going into fall, so I thought I still want to do a butterfly. This mold is from Temu. It's a pretty large mold, actually. Let's see. It comes to 7 3/4 across. And if I just go, well, if I go to here, about by 6. It's a nice size. I was pondering as to how I would decorate this, but I think I'm going to stick to mica powders again this time. But we're going to go into the fall colors. Now, I've pulled out some of my mica powders from the soap shop, and they're listed in my Amazon shop. And I pulled out some pretty fall colors. I have a beige, pearl, bronze, mustard, ochre, yellow, a golden orange, an orange, and a olive green. So I want to try Wendy from Toonfish Crafts. I want to try her technique with the micro powders mixed in alcohol and then painted on. So I want to start by painting the outline of this butterfly, and I think I would like to do that with the bronze. I like the color of the bronze. We're not going to do chameleon powders. We're just going to do these straight soap dye mica powders with little alcohol, and I've pulled out just a couple of pretty fine, not really fine, but small brushes here, and I just want to do the outline, something's on there, of this butterfly. I thought about sequins and beads and this and that, but because of the curve in the butterfly itself, it's not flat. I think I'm going to go ahead and try this technique. So if you'll join with me, I'm going to fast forward and see if this will stick to the mold. The last butterflies I did, I wasn't successful with the alcohol and powder being painted on, but we'll try it on this one and see if I can do any better. That's a pretty bronze color. So here we go. You know, as I was going along, I had to go over a few places twice, but I realized the more liquidy it is, the easier it is to just let it roll down like that into the areas you want to cover. So the wetter, the better, I guess we could say. And I'm just going to finish this one side. We're not going to do anything to the other side. I'll do the middle for the body, but we'll do something different on the other side. So let me just finish this. And I'm going to clean up my edges. I shouldn't have come up the sides. I'm going to wipe that off. I think I just like the outline as it is. And I missed a place right here. But I do like how that works, being wet. It follows a curvature of the mold with you not having to be so precise with the brush. So I like that, and I think that's where we'll leave it. I'll clean it up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've cleaned this up the best I can. The outline looks pretty good in the bronze. What's left over, I'm just gonna, I put some alcohol in here this little cup. I'm just going to swish it around. No reason to waste that powder. And I am just going to pour it in a couple of these hearts here. And we'll brush that in. And that should clean up easy enough with a little soap and water. Put that aside. Got bronze all over my fingertips. Swirl this around. Let it go where it wants to go. Get rid of that stick. Take the brush and just bring this up a little bit to the sides. It'll evaporate. I'm going to make a few of these pocket hugs with leftover resin. See how they turn out. Swirl those around a little bit. And we'll add more to them as we go. Give a little even coverage there. All right, now I've got this set where I want it, and the next thing I'm going to do is just take the mica colors and color in some of these blank areas, and I can brush those on with my mica powder brush if I know where I put it, because it was right, oh goodness sakes, I don't know where I put it. It's got to be in, I have some mica powder sitting here. It must be in with my Let's Resin chameleon powders. Yes, here we go. Got that. Now I'm just going to start, I think, with the dark orange, and do that in these bubble areas, only on the right side, which will be the left side. But let me start out a little dark with the dark orange. Get a little on my brush. And, oh, I'm not even in the bag. I ripped the bag. I need to find something for that. Oh, how do I open it? I ripped it. Ripped the top closure part. Come on, open, open, open. Oh, let's see. Goodness sakes. There we go. Find a little container for those. There, now, I think I'm just going to do the dark orange. Start here. That way I don't have to be so neat, because I've already got my outline done. And it'll be down first, so if I mess up on the other colors, hopefully you shouldn't be able to see it. Just a little circle here. Push that in. Maybe go one more. That's a pretty orange. Now let's just do the same down here. Do one or two. We will do two of the dark orange. Which is pretty light. It looks like a pastel. But that's okay. Close that. And let's finish those little circles with the lighter orange. Wipe my brush off here. That looks like a makeup brush. It's a foam makeup brush. Just go here. This one looks like it has a little more glitter to it, or a little more sparkle. I'm thinking since the other butterflies took 6 ounces of resin each, I think I'll probably have to make 8 ounces, a full cup to fill this. It's very pretty. Okay. Now, I think we'll go work our way lighter. I think I'll do the surrounding areas of those circles with this ochre yellow. Try this brush. Can you see me okay? Try to bring it down a little bit. I'll get carried away there. Let's try this brush. Ooh. I'm getting messy. If I can pick that up without messing up the orange, we'll see. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just start coloring the rest of these micas. And we should be able to pour some resin. So I'll get back to you when I'm ready to mix up my resin and we'll pour. And then we'll decorate the other side. So stay with me. I'll be right back. Okay, I just did the outer part of the wing with this mustard colored yellow. And for the body, I believe I'm going to go olive green. We'll do that real quick. And as far as the eyes goes, I'm going to paint those on after we're finished. Just do it that way. Here's our very soft autumn colors. Then when I shake this out, I'm going to cover this half with a tissue or something so I don't get a bunch of mica powders in that area. Don't want them in that area, but that's a pretty green, isn't it? And these were the first micas I had ordered, aside from Just For You Online UK. I ordered micas from them, and then these from the soap shop. Actually, these came, my daughter bought these for me when she first bought me a little resin kit. And that kit sat there for a couple years because I was afraid of it. I knew nothing about it. And, you know, once you start to dabble in it, you discover it's really not that hard at all, and it's so much fun, right? Okay. Now my friend Tony sent me an email with a mold that looks very similar to this one, and she told me the colors she used, and it turned out really beautiful. It turned out with the base color of what steampunk would be. And it's gorgeous. Okay, did I get that up there? That's it. I'm going to go into the other room and we're going to make some resin. I will shake this out. I think I'll put a piece of paper towel over there. Let's see how that works, because you know it's gonna fly. So I think what I'm going to do is just cover this area, and I'm going to just put this over my trash can real quick. Let's see what happens. Just don't want resin in there, or mica in that. Get all the excess off, because I know it's going to go into the other side if it, you know, mica lifts and it'll shift, but hopefully we can prevent that. Now that worked pretty good. There's just a little bit of powders in there, and I don't think that's going to matter. But I could clean the side up a little bit. But look at from the back side how pretty that's going to be. I don't know if you can see those colors, but it's going to be lovely. All right, I'll see you in the other room. Okay, I've mixed up 8 ounces of my Let's Resin resin. I put it in the debubbler for almost 10 minutes. Not too many bubbles left. I took the heat gun to it. There's a few. Right now it's clear. The first thing I want to do is just pour a little clear into this little container. And then I am going to start decorating the other side. Have you guessed what we're doing? I'll fill you in. We are doing flowers. We are going to do dried flowers on this side here. That's exciting, eh? I think so. I picked out some that I had purchased, and I picked out some that I had dried myself. And I do want to dip them in resin before I put them in here to make sure we get everything covered. And I'm going to have to use these tweezers, but you have to be very careful or you'll puncture holes in your flowers. So the first flowers I want to do is the orange, and I have a few orange here to bring out the orange from the other side. So there's a very bright and then there's a very dark. Let's just see if I can be very careful. Whoops. That one looks pretty. Just gonna dunk it in. And you don't have to do this, but I think it helps eliminate bubbles when you dip them in resin first. That's just my thoughts, and try not to damage it. So I'm going to put it, maybe up in this corner, but I see a cat hair. Only because it's supper time and they all came in to eat, and apparently they were in, well, they have to come through this room to get in the rest of the house, but I did find cat hair, which I normally do, because I only have 5 of them. Am I going to be able to move this without buggering it up? I'm going to put it right up there in that corner. Just give it a little orange to go with what we've got going on. So in that case, I'm going to pick out 3 orange ones. We'll do groups of 3. This is, I'm over here, got a little box of flowers. I tried to color coordinate them in these containers, which I found at Michael's in a bigger tote. I can't remember how many containers are in there. Quite a few, but if you get them on sale plus your senior discount, you can get the whole thing for like $14. So I have taken advantage of that. Maybe we'll put that one there, or we'll find a smaller one to go there. And hopefully that resin being wet will slide under the gaps and save us from getting a bunch of bubbles. So now these were bought, and I believe these were from Amazon. They have a nice selection of dried flowers there. I'm going to go right in here. That one's got a fold, and that's okay. There, so much for orange. Now let's go a little lighter and find some yellows. I don't know if we're going to pack this full or how we're going to do this, but here are some dried ones that I did last year, some roses. And and some, oh, we have to have some of these. Lily of the Valleys. That's my birthstone flower or birth flower. A couple of those maybe. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a snapdragon and I only did a couple of those. Look at that. Isn't that crazy cute? I'll put that in there. I'm going to try to go mainly yellows and creams. Now I don't have a very small rosebud that might fit in there. If I find one, it's got to be very small. And it doesn't look like I do have a rose, but look at, I have this tulip that flattened out. Look at that. We can use that. Okay, let me move this aside. And we'll go bigger to smaller. I'm just gonna try to get that in. I still have not looked online to see the work time for this Let's Resin. It's your regular 1-to-1 resin. I'm assuming, which you shouldn't do, but most of these 1-to-1s give you like 45 minutes of playtime, but I already had almost 10 minutes in the debubbler. So maybe I can just put this one up there, and we're gonna layer these. Break off this branch like that. Okay. Something else that's a good size. Let me see. I had a few yellow ones in a package here. Where did they go? Oh, these are more white. This might be yellow. Let's see what's in here for yellows. Oh, there's a pretty daisy looking one. I think they dye these when they manufacture them. I think they're all dyed, because you can't get these bright purples, I don't think, without a colorant on them. What do I know? Anyway, I'm hoping this will be a really beautiful butterfly. Whoop, not there. Whoop, not there. Once you flipped over to like there. Okay. Oh, there's another little yellow one. Let's try this one. And we should maybe get that over here. This is rather pale yellow. That in there. Okay. There's one that's under here. Another orange one's under here, and I just... Ooh, those are very bright yellow. Those are big yellows. But I guess I could put one. We'll just see the part of it. Or, no, let's save those for another time. But I do like threes, so here's a small one. Get in there. I could do a little cluster. Come on. Flip you over right about, ooh, there. Okay. Oh, I like how that looks already, don't you? Oh, let's get... Oh no, I didn't save a space for my little snapdragon. He's gonna have to work, he's gonna have to go on a different project, but let's get these. Little, oh, my yard, these things spread. They're so beautiful when they bloom. The lily of the valleys. We can have one up here, maybe. Break this off. I can get it. Okay, these tweezers are getting pretty worn out. To have it facing down a little like that. And I just want to go as high as the antenna. I'm not going to be able to see that very good. What about, nope, that's backwards. What about here? That might be a good spot. get the tip of it, or the top of it there. Guess it really doesn't matter. I got tape on me. Goodness. Let's get you in there. Well, let's try that, I guess. That's not going to work, is it? It's upside down. We could break them apart. You know, I did do some beautiful bleeding hearts, but they sure got pale. They really became pale after they dried. So I don't know if you could, you know, mica powder them or color them some way to bring back the pink. Get you up there. You belong up there. So do you. Talking to the flowers. Oh, there's a third one. They're so little. And they, oh well. Because it don't matter which way they're facing. Maybe we can do this one too. I broke it. It's okay. Let's get this one. Let's get that one. I said these tweezers aren't tweezing anymore. Turn you around like that, maybe. I've got to get with it. Let's see, where should we put you? Here? Or... no. I want you. Gosh. You're so delicate. I want you there. The other way. Oh, come on. Like that. You, I guess we'll just put you wherever you land. Well, not that way. Didn't mean it literally. Just pop that one in there. Oh, I think that's cute. I better hurry. Is this getting warm? Not too bad, but it's in a narrow container. Okay, I'm looking. Let's get back to these. Are these white? I don't know where my white ones went. They're in here, I suppose. And then we'll add some green. What do we have in here? Oh, those are pinks. I looked at this one already. Is this white? I can get that one without buggering it up. I don't have that many variations. That's okay. Use what we've got, right? Is this whiter than the yellow? So it doesn't matter. It's going to go there. Okay. That might be... oh, here's my whites right in front of my face. Look at this. Billy. Okay, what do we have in here? Real quick. I want to put some green in too. Let's get some of these little... now these are... I know they grow in my yard. What are they called? Lady of the Snow. And that's when they're getting ready to seed. That's what you end up with. Lady of the Snow. Here's a... I don't know how well these will show up because I want to color my resin a little. I'm going to use that beige pearl, I think, on top. Where can we put this one? And something there, something different. A little sprig of something. I don't know how well these whites will show up, but we'll find out. And I really didn't have a plan. I mean, I didn't, try to lay these out in any particular way. we're just going with what can fit. Not happy with that one. That's better. It's supposed to be part of it. Okay, let's get some leaves. And that'll bring out the green in the body. And I do have some I dried here. Now, I've got, let's see, there's some roses and bleeding heart. Look how delicate those were. And I dried these in silicone, that silicone powder. And I should have used what I had earlier this year because I wanted to dry more this summer and I did not get to it, mainly because I had these on hand. But we'll give it a little, come on, get in there. A few leaves anyway that can poke through from the bottom. Maybe run it up the side a little bit, like that. I might just get a bigger rose. See what this one might fit. Look how faded they became. That's all right. Nature is a wonder. Oh, broke it. They're pretty fragile. I just want to get it wet. Because I could have got a spoon and poured it over. Just do that. Okay. Oh, it broke the whole darn thing. Well, let's see, where can that go? It might end up... somewhere like that. Just put them in some spaces here. Oh, and for those of you that have this letsresin dryer, do you put a silicone under this? Or any thoughts on that? I'm not sure if I should or not. But we better get with it here. Okay, Billy. Good talking. Think. Just need green, something. Something green. I'll try one of these if I don't break it again. It's already broke. It's getting thick. Whew, guess what? Billy might have too much resin. Might have to try a bloom. Let's go over here. I'll give it some green. That one's pretty dry. Okay. I'm calling that good for flowers. Let's mix a color. Let me get these out of here. So it won't matter. There's a leaf going there. Alright, so this one's got to be put down, pushed a little bit. Guess that's as good as we can do, eh? Alright, let me move that. Move this. Got everything all over the joint. Now, I'm gonna look at the mess I've made. Hopefully that peels off. And if I had a little pair of scissors, which I do, I'm just going to cut this leaf that's, this stem that's right there. It's just not going to serve us well. Okay, now, let me get this resin back in here, and we'll make a color. Stick. These are from little, I think, avocado dips, these little plastic containers. Comes in handy to save these things versus throw them away. Alright, get this out. Alright, I'm going to spritz my hands with some alcohol. My gloves here. Try to wipe those off. Alright, now my plan is I'm going to take some of this beige pearl. And this is what I showed you earlier that came from the soap shop. And we're going to tint this resin. Let's get a good scoop. Isn't that pretty? If it's opaque, but it probably won't be. Whatever turns out is going to be fine. And I'm also going to add some of this Mayspring Dazzling Diamond. Now this is very fine, and I don't want a lot because I don't want it all. Look at that. I don't want it all to go to the top. I'm just going to put just a little bit like that, and I'm calling that enough. Okay. And I know I need to watch Wendy again. She did some test colors on red pigments for colorants. And I need to watch that again because that's something I do not have anything red. If any of you have any ideas or what you use, please let me know in the comments below. That'd be great. Oh, and I also have, you know, everything in my descriptions in the bottom with my affiliate links and my Amazon storefront. Oh, I think that's, I like that. It's not going to be too much. I think we're going to be good to go. Let me get my big stick and mix it. I just had it. Where to go? Okay. I think we're ready to pour. And then, hopefully, I can demold this within 3 hours. It shuts off at 3 hours, and I'll probably still be up by then because I took a nap today. I just don't know what's going on. Could be the thyroids, but they just checked that. But I get so sleepy in the afternoon. Alright. Now, I'm going to put this on my round leveling board. Once this is in, and I think it looks great. What are we missing? Anything? I'm talking to myself too. What more can I do? Well, I think that shimmer is going to be just perfectly fine. All right, let's just do it. Gosh, and I know pigment's going to float on that. And move over to possibly the flower side. Let's hope not. So I'm just going to do the flower side first. I probably have more resin than I need. I'm going to go high. That eliminates bubbles apparently. I hope my mic is mixed up good enough. Ooh. A bit of a little yellow tint would have been nice too, eh? Well, there it goes into the body. Let's cover these flowers. And I don't need to fill this mold all the way unless I absolutely have to. Let's get into the antennae here. Well, that's pretty, that creamy color, isn't it? All right. I think we're going to have just enough resin. Just enough time to work with it too, I think. There, now if it goes over, it's going to go over the other side, which is going to be okay. It won't flood the micas, the colored ones that we put down. Oh yeah, let's cover these leaves a little better. To push that one in. Okay, and I don't want to go too much over that antenna, or else I'll have to do some carving it out, but it's pretty darn. See, this is excess. Get that leaf in there. They'll float a little bit. Get that little flower in there. So I think we're still going to be able to see the flowers with that tinted mica. Tinted mica, we should be all right. Now, I guess if I have to... See, there's a part of the mold, there's an archway there. And if you wanted, I guess you could, you know, do that entire part, but I really don't want to. And we'll just keep an eye on this, and I will check it in the I'm going to call it the cooking machine because I just lost the word. The little oven. Okay, get down there. And we'll probably have to sand a little bit of the back if those protrude, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. And I shall see you in a few hours, or come morning when we can demold. I have a little bit of resin left. I'll put it in those hearts. I'm going to try to scrape that out a little bit, or down, away from those. Okay, I think this is going to be lovely. Oh, very soft and almost fall. Little mix of summer and fall both. Okay, see you in a little while, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hi, everyone. It is the next day, and I'm anxious to see what has become of our butterfly. But first of all, let's just pop these little hearts out. Well, there's the creamy beige we used, and the May Spring Sparkles. I might put a little tattoo or something on the top of those, doctor them up some. This one had the bits of glitter. It's a bit rough too, so that wouldn't be a very good pocket hug, I don't think. I think you're supposed to rub them. Anyway, and that's completely bronze, but that makes me worry a little bit as to how dark. Oh, the outside. Oh, I've got a glare, don't I? I don't know. It's rather dark. Let me get a light on. Just a second. Well, that's a little better, but I do have a glare right here from my ceiling light, and that's really all I have in this room. But let's go ahead and demold. I hope the resin color didn't cover up our flowers. And that took almost 8 ounces. So probably 7 ounces altogether. I'll write that down so I'll remember. Okay. I'm going to have to sand these edges because I did not fill the mold all the way. I might have to clean a little area here by the antennae, but dun 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 dun. Oh, we can still see the flowers. There's our mica powders. Those are pretty. And I think it goes really well. Oh, there's a bubble hole. Now I see where people can fill that with UV resin. But other than that, and we've lost our green background. There's not much that came through. But I think I like it. It's very pretty. It's pastelish, but fallish. I do like this olive green inside. Now, of course, I'm going to paint the eyes. You know me. I'll sand the rough edges and the back. We don't want those showing or, you know, sticking up. I'll sand the back. Once again, do my pupils with my little little black and the white speck of light. And I don't think I'll put a hanger on it just yet, because I'm not sure what I will do with it. But you know, the little glitters, it's not too bad. It didn't take over. The beige didn't take over, but we did lose our green. But I still think it's very pretty. I'll finish it up and take some stills. Please let me know what you think of this one. I think it's quite pretty. And I'll take some, I just said that. I'll take some stills and show you it completely cleaned up. And we'll go from there. There's my little fall butterfly. I hope you like it. Please give me a comment. And if you have this mold, let me know what you've done with it. I know my friend Tony has the similar mold, and she sent me a photo. It's gorgeous. But until then, everyone, take good care. Sending hugs. Bye-bye.